13 degrees. Why are you on the wrong side of the road? Ah, dear. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how this video is going to turn out because, as you can see, in the UK it's now winter. Although my father would disagree and still say it's summer, but that's him. He always has to argue. I want to talk about, believe it or not, political correctness. Now, the reason I want to talk about political correctness is because I've been having this kind of thought discussion with myself about it and wondering how to actually bring the topic up. And I've just seen a video from Umass, I think it's called. I'm not quite sure what that stands for. And it was pretty much about political correctness. And has political correctness gone wrong? I will link the video into the descriptions below for you to look at, because I've got to say it was a very interesting video. It was a very controversial video, and it kind of answered some of my questions that I was thinking myself. Yeah, he says leaping all over the place on the bumps. I'm not quite sure what's happened to society. I'm not quite sure where society's gone wrong, or where we're going with society at the moment in respect to, we now seem to have this fundamental group of people that are screaming for free speech, but only if it justifies their cause. I've lost my camera, that's what it was. Crap. I've lost my camera. That wasn't on there properly. Damn. Why did I lose that? Shit. Bollocks. Right, anyway, back to the video. So yeah, so we've got this group of people now that are screaming for free speech, but only if it kind of fulfills their agenda. If it fulfills somebody else's agenda, they don't want to know about it. You know, we are not allowed at the moment to criticise people's gender. We're not allowed to criticise people's religion or political beliefs if it differs from their opinion. And I always thought free speech was about people having an opinion. Just because your opinion's different to my opinion, does that make me wrong or does that make you wrong? It doesn't. It makes us as a human being with differing opinions. And I quite see this quite a lot. Now, in some aspects, I'm quite lucky. I am autistic. With my autism, I have a sense of fairness, a sense of correctness, you know. I don't like things that are unjust. Everything has to balance, you know, yin and yang kind of thing. I can also see the big picture, and I also have lateral thinking. I can also see two sides of an argument if there is two sides of an argument. If there is only one side of an argument and I can only see one side of an argument, well, then I can only see one side of the argument and there is only one side of an argument. And people don't tend to understand that much. People don't tend to understand that philosophy, but that's what happens. That's the way it goes. So, what I'm trying to say is, are we now going down a rabbit hole of ideologies where only one set of people can be right in case we offend them? and we mustn't offend them. We're now coming out with a whole new vocabulary of terms. We have this thing called trigger warnings. In fact, I'd have to put a trigger warning on this because it might offend social justice warriors and other people in the respect of that I disagree with their ideologies, I disagree with their thoughts, with their beliefs. But that's the whole purpose of having free speech. That's the whole purpose of being an individual and having free thought. Surely that's what free speech and free thought is to have differencing of opinions. Because if everybody was the same, if we all subscribed to this strange social justice warrior feminist march that's going on at the moment, then what would they have to complain about? What could they do? What would they be able to justify all their trigger outbursts or whatever it is that they want to call it? They have to have a safe space. For crying out loud, I'm autistic. I have two kind of modes. One is a shutdown mode, one is a meltdown mode. And this is where I get overstimulated by certain sensations, because certain of my sensations, and I'm talking about touch, smell, hearing, light, that kind of thing, actually some of them are hypersensitive and some of them are hyposensitive, under and over kind of thing. And if I get overstimulated, I can either go into a shutdown mode, which is basically where I don't want to speak to anybody, I seem withdrawn, I just basically shut down. But then there's the other one where I get overstimulated to the point of a meltdown. I have to lash out. I've got so much anger and frustration in me, I have to kind of scream and I want to destroy things. But I'm not allowed to do that. I am physically not allowed to do that because it might offend somebody else. Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable for some feminists or social justice warriors to have safe spaces in case they get triggered by something I say or something I do. That, we have to give them that kind of environment, yet they can't give me any sort of environment like that because apparently it's unfair. And I don't get that. I really don't get that. We've got people in this country at the moment kind of bitching about gender and gender issues, and the fact is that there's such a thing as a non-binary person or non-binary gender, and yet we can't even look after people that have got Alzheimer's, that have got dementia, or should I say, we can't accept these people. We can't accept people with autism, we can't accept people with dyslexia, we can't accept people with epilepsy, for God's sake. Yet we're expected to accept these people that are saying that they feel different to what the gender was that they were assigned to at birth. Now, I've got to admit, I'm a heterosexual male. I am a white heterosexual male. And people will start shouting at me about privilege and this, that, or the other. But you have no idea where I've come from, what I've had to go through, or what my life's been about. Yeah, I might seem like a typical white privileged male to you, but I can tell you that there is a side to my life that not many people do know about, and I certainly don't feel privileged, to put it that way. So, I would love to hear your thoughts about this. I'd love generally to hear your thoughts about whether or not we are going too far with political correctness and too far at the moment with this feminism and with the so-called gender scale and whatever else. Yeah, I can understand, and bearing in mind I'm a healthcare professional and I have worked in specific areas, that there are people out there with a gender disorder. And these people have a genuine gender disorder. Just because you wake up in the morning and think, well, I feel a bit masculine today, does not actually mean that you've got some sort of some sort of gender disorder. Disorder, that's the word I'm looking for, gender disorder. There are times I wake up in the morning and I think, I don't exactly feel very masculine, I don't feel very manly, And then my voice, you know, sometimes my voice is so high pitched, I'm thinking, my God. And I have been called a female on many occasions because of my voice. But, you know, I don't go OTT and lose the plot over it. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, give me your opinions. Let me know down below. If you like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to cry because I've lost my camera. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm hoping I can find it when I go back. I'll let you know if I do. And yeah, stalk me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and interrogate me on Instagram. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much. Ooh. I wouldn't happen to lose my bloody K2, wouldn't I? Bloody hell. I don't know, I must have been in a roundabout or something. It's quite nice out here actually tonight.